2018 has seen an influx of great smartphones like the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro, the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 and the Realme One, all under Rs 15,000. So where does that leave a phone like the Moto G6? This phone has some watered down specs and a premium design. Hi, I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone and here are my full impressions of the Moto G6. If you want to watch more such awesome tech content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we put up a new video. From the get-go, you know that the Moto G6 looks by far the most premium in this category. A layer of Corning Gorilla Glass 3 wraps around the phone and it is separated only by a metal railing for added sturdiness. The 3D curve on the back shimmers in any light and looks very premium, unlike any phone that I've held in this price category. In my limited time with the phone, I noticed that the phone is a smudge magnet and it slips easily. But that was expected from a glass phone anyway. What I like about the new design refresh is that the Moto G6 now comes with a USB Type-C port at the bottom and the 3.5mm jack continues to exist as well. Oh, and let's not forget that the signature circular camera module that looks like a shocked smiley also sits on the back. One of the interesting things to note is that Moto has finally jumped on the 18:9 bandwagon. You now get a 5.7-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD panel with this tall aspect ratio. That makes it easy to hold and use with one hand. I didn't get enough time to gauge the quality of this panel, but it did wash out under the bright Delhi sun when I took it out to shoot. Below the display on the front, you get this multi-function fingerprint reader. I like this approach of navigating the operating system and it is definitely a decent alternative to gestures. Once you unlock the phone by registering your fingerprint, you can tap once to go home, swipe left to go back one step, and swipe right to open the recents panel. It is all pretty intuitive. I will talk more in length about the design and the display of the Moto G6 in my full review of the phone, which should come out pretty soon. Now, the thing that might be a downer for many folks is definitely the specs of the Moto G6. The phone comes with the Snapdragon 450 SoC inside. The 450 is a watered down variant of the 625, and in this price range, you have phones that come with far more powerful SoCs like the Snapdragon 636 and the Helio P60. Having said that, I've always maintained that specs do not make it a smartphone. Therefore, I will urge you to wait for a full review for a verdict on the actual performance. Also, the Moto G6 comes in two variants, one with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, and the other with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. But the calling card for the G6 is the fact that it runs near stock Android Oreo 8.0 with few Moto embellishments in the form of Moto Actions. However, let it be known that Motorola hasn't updated its previous smartphones for a long time now, so let's hope that the G6 actually gets preferential treatment. Apart from the now famous chop chop gesture to open the torch and twist twice to open the camera, you also get gestures like swipe to shrink the screen, pick up to stop ringing, and flip for do not disturb. Coming to the cameras, in the Indian version of the Moto G6, the camera specs have been bumped up from 8MP to 16MP sensor on the front camera. On the rear, you get a 12MP plus 5MP dual camera unit with an f/1.8 aperture on the primary lens. The secondary 5MP camera is used for depth sensing in the portrait mode. The camera app now has a few new tricks up its sleeve. The portrait mode allows for selective focus and you get Snapchat style stickers as well. Moreover, Motorola has also ported the spot color mode from the Moto X4 to the new G6 as well. Unfortunately, I had absolutely no time to test the capabilities of the camera, so you will once again have to wait for a full review. Powering all these components is a comparatively small 3000 mAh battery, but fret not since you get Moto's turbocharging feature on the phone. So what are my closing thoughts on the Moto G6? At Rs 13,999 for the 3GB 32GB variant and 15,999 for the 4GB 64GB variant, the Moto G6 is definitely an expensive proposition considering the competition in this price range. I don't know if it will be easy for me to recommend the Moto G6 over a phone like the Redmi Note 5 Pro or the Realme One, but Moto has always surprised us with its dependability. Will it continue to do so in the new Moto G6? Only time will tell. Therefore, stay tuned to our channel for a full review on the Moto G6. Until next time, this is Ershad from Mr. Phone signing off. Tata.